In today's top story, we look back at an officer-involved shooting in Chicago that sparked protests nationwide. Here in Chicago's Ukrainian village, churches have become a focal point for organization activity. The President's Foundation is pushing forward with the lakefront construction, with completion expected for 2025. Reporting from Jackson Park, I'm Stephanie Coffua, Medill Reports.
Well, if you haven't made plans for your Valentine's Day bouquets yet, you might want to get started. Supply chain issues and extreme weather are causing shipping delays for roses, vases, and other Valentine's favorites.
I sat down with energy experts to get their thoughts on the mayor's new initiative.
2 cities in China have imposed strict lockdowns after authorities reported 61 new locally transmitted cases of COVID-19.
This week, I sat down with 2 Chicago sculpture artists to hear about their recent project in Lincoln Park. Take a look.
Before we go, we leave you with a story of a special place that takes your broken, damaged, used, and worn items and tries to make them work like new again. Here's Hannah Shapiro. Have a great day, everyone.
A federal judge this week dismissed a lawsuit that was attempting to halt construction on the Obama Presidential Center, located here behind me in the South Shore's Jackson Park neighborhood. The nonprofit that lobbied the lawsuit, Protect Our Parks, claims that the land was unlawfully given to the Obama Foundation in 2018.
We are concerned about tree removal because of the not only there are federal prohibitions against it, but there are also, practical and natural concerns for the neighborhood that we're concerned about, the migratory bird issues, the traffic issues associated with work what's being done. This is not a project that is going to be done tomorrow.
President Obama broke ground on the $500 million center this past September, despite the ongoing litigation. I caught up with residents to get their thoughts.
I am going to really invest my time and my energy just to make it happen and visit with my kiddos. I am really excited for what's to come.
Down the street at the president's former employer, law students hope the center will blend with the community.
We have high hopes that it will be well integrated in the community and that it will associate all voices that are needed, not just help the law school, but the entirety of the South Side of Chicago as a whole.
But all of the plaintiffs in this case, for example, are strong supporters of having the OPC here in Chicago, here on the South Side. All of them have been Obama supporters. This is a Frederick Law Olmsted masterpiece. We're one of the lucky cities to have this type of assets. So it's those protections that become important.
The President's Foundation is pushing forward with the lakefront construction, with completion expected for 2025. Reporting from Jackson Park, I'm Stephanie Coffua, Medill Reports.
With gas prices rising considerably nationwide, we're outside one of Chicago's many gas stations to see how the changes are affecting drivers.
I'm a truck driver. I do 700 miles a day on average. Personally, it's more money out of my pocket, so it's 40-50% even more. And it's bad for us. It's very bad for us, for the truck drivers.
Americans are paying about $1 more for gas this year versus last year, as tensions between Russia and Ukraine worsen. But the U.S. isn't the only nation feeling it at the pump.
It's not only United States. In Romania, where I'm from, the price also went up 40-50%.
With additional sanctions against Russia expected, experts are warning drivers might not see a price decrease in the near future. And some Chicagoans are changing their behavior as a result.
Well, I drive less. I just go from home to work. It fluctuates sometimes. Sometimes it was just recently like a 20-cent rise. And then when the president, Mr. Biden, said that he was going to release the emergency barrels, and then it went down maybe about 10, 15, 20 cents.
It will take time, but before long, you should see the price of gas drop where you fill up your tank. But right now, I will do what needs to be done to reduce the price you pay at the pump.
But for drivers like Kristen Boland of Wisconsin, behavior changes aren't on the table.
Where I live, there's no other option, so we drive. I guess I understand that there are fluctuations that happen, and there's a lot happening internationally right now.
So what do drivers blame for the price hike?
The world instability right now, we have the Ukraine situation.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the tension on the Ukraine-Russian border.
The inflation, as far as the inflation goes, the economy is messed up.
In River North, I'm Steph Coffua, Medill Reports.
I was downtown Michigan Avenue, and I was doing an Uber Eats delivery, and I went inside to leave the package at the door with the doorman, and I came out and I was walking to my car, and then I was approached by a guy who basically just said to me, "If you want to live, just get out of my way."
What we are seeing is that there isn't an increase in overall number of robberies, which does include carjacking and also includes things like armed robbery, muggings, holdups at stores, etc. And so what has happened is that over the past couple of years, while carjackings increased, other forms of robbery decreased.
But with the rise in carjackings has come a rise in liability for the city, which has paid out millions from lawsuits related to police pursuit crashes. Lightfoot's office has called on the CPD to use discretion when it comes to chases.
Said, we've been instructed not to chase anymore. We're not allowed to chase. So the only thing you can do is file a police report and maybe we'll find it someday.
According to the Cook County Sheriff's Office, 77% of vehicles carjacked in 2022 have so far been recovered.
It's important for the average Chicagoan to know that they're not at an increased risk, according to the data, of being robbed of either their possessions or their vehicle.
Reporting from downtown Chicago, I'm Stephanie Coffua, Medill Reports.